This is PGC Riffs, episode number 1. Hi, I'm Phil. Welcome to Pretty Good Cooking.
Pretty good.
Tonight on this show, I'd like to introduce you to what I think will be a new type of episode for PGC, and I'm going to call it a riff episode. So these episodes will be largely improvised. I've been feeling a little more creative than in other times, and we will probably in these episodes make things we've made before, but instead of showing you how to make a succinct recipe, what I want to do is make a meal and kind of take you along for the journey and talk about, what it is that I'm doing and a little bit about why. And I think that'll be fun because it'll be more reflective of how I actually cook, and it'll give me an excuse to make things I've made on the show before, because long ago we already made everything I know how to make. I think it'll be fun. So tonight we're riffing on baba ganoush. We made baba ganoush a long time ago. I don't make baba ganoush super often. I'm not even really that into eggplant. But I did want to try to see, could I make a better baba ganoush, particularly by using a coal fire. So we're going to start with that today, and I'm going to build the rest of the meal around eggplants and basically things we can eat the baba ganoush with. Tonight, similar to how we've made baba ganoush before, I've had a vodka soda on the show probably 300 to 400 times, which is probably not an underestimate, to be honest. Okay. So one of the things that makes baba ganoush really good is if it has a smoky flavor. And a lot of restaurants will use artificial smoke because they don't have access to active fire or whatever. But we do, and also I'm not a restaurant. So there. I'm literally gonna take these eggplants, I'm gonna stab them, and I'm gonna throw them on some hot coals. I already got the grill going. And basically you just throw them on there and you move them around a little bit, and then you make baba ganoush with that. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be fun to literally burn these eggplants. So here are my eggplants. I have 3 pretty large eggplants because I want to make a lot. And using this very, very clean metal skewer, I'm just gonna stab them all over. You had a bad day, and I did not have a bad day. I had a pretty good day. This might be therapeutic to you.
What's the reason for stabbing it?
I believe that,
Are you okay?
No, I'm actually bleeding. It's not bad. You asked me a question mid-stab. This is clearly your fault. I gotta get a Band-Aid though. To answer John's question, that totally did not result in me injuring myself. By stabbing it, it allows some of the insides of this to vent as it's cooking. And I don't know this for sure, but I kind of am imagining that if you didn't pierce the skin, it could maybe explode. That's probably not true at all. I think it just helps it more evenly cook. That's my speculation. Okay, there's our eggplants. And we will take those out very shortly, but I also want to grill some vegetables. So I got some broccolini. Broccolini should be more amiable to grilling than traditional broccoli because it is, you can see that it's it's skinnier and it's not as thick. So it's more tender. So that should really take to grilling. I have a Cubanelle pepper. I thought that would be nice to grill some peps. Let's do a few chunks like that. And I've got a yellow squash that I want to grill as well, which I am going to cut into skewers. And this is one of my favorite vegetables to grill. Always tastes absolutely wonderful. And we will douse those in some olive oil, quite a bit actually, and some salt. Give it a shake. Try to get your stuff coated. Try to not get any oil on John, even though you are bleeding because of him. You'll need your longest tongs for this. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my eggplants on top. If they get a little oil on them, I don't care. And let's go ahead and go outside. I don't care that it fell on the floor, because I'm about to set it on fire. So, nothing cleans germs quite like fire. Come on, boys! Alright, my grill's real hot. It says it's over 500 degrees. That's probably hotter than I want it, but I'm gonna throw some stuff on there. You can see we got nice hot coals. We'll just go ahead and throw our eggplants on there. Oh, Courtney told me to make lots of eggplant jokes for this episode.
Did she give you any?
No, so now she didn't give me any jokes. Okay, here's my, is that an eggplant or a penis? Who can say? All right, so while those are down there, I'm gonna get my grates here, and I'm gonna grill the vegetables on top. Now, this is gonna be a risky business. Okay, very risky business. I'm supposed to flip those eggplants around, but I can't do that necessarily while I'm grilling vegetables on top of them. So I'm either gonna have to do a crazy maneuver to adjust my eggplants. Oh, that could be a joke, adjusting your eggplant. Or I'm just gonna let the eggplants burn. So I think it's gonna be a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B. Also, you'll notice that my grill grates are not hot. I'm not really worried about that, specifically because this grill is hot as So you can see in just this short amount of time, it's already smoking. So I'm gonna just close that for now. Now, I feel comfortable leaving this alone for a couple minutes, but not very long. So maybe I'll just attend to it. You can see the temperature of my grill has dropped dramatically just by throwing eggplants on the coals. Who would have known? So I guess if you have a fire in your house, maybe try putting an eggplant on it. See if that helps. If not, maybe call the fire department. Let's check on it in a few minutes. Okay, here's my big brain maneuver. I'm gonna take the whole grate to the side, and then I'm gonna flip my eggplants. Okay, so that's interesting. This side is already collapsing, so it's cooking pretty quickly, which is what we would expect. I mean, they're very hot coals, but you can see just by flipping it, it collapses. So we will keep cooking these. Seems like it's going well. The veggies are not grilling that fast because the eggplants are stealing all the heat, I think. But they do look sweaty, which is a sign of cooking. So we'll keep working it. Okay, I think the eggplants are actually done, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull them. And I think they're done because I think you see how soft they are? I'm a little worried if I let them go much longer, I won't be able to actually get them out of there. So I am going to go ahead and pull these. You can see, look how squishy that is. Leaky is okay, that's not a problem. So now that we've done that, our vegetables will have a more direct heat source, and they should grill faster. Also, the broccolini basically looks done to me. You can see it's charred, it's a little floppy, but I need to go take the eggplants inside first. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, you can see just from taking them out, they're already spilling liquid. It's actually a good thing. You actually don't want too much liquid in your baba ganoush. So go ahead and take them and put them in a colander or a strainer in the sink. And we can just leave them there for now. And this liquid, you can just throw it out. Maybe it's good for something, but I don't know what it is. And then we'll take this back out for finishing the grilled vegetables. All right, so we grilled the veggies. They're kind of lightly grilled, but they look great. So we'll go ahead and take those in. But we're not gonna shut off the grill, not quite yet, because we're gonna grill some pita at the end. So I'm just gonna try to keep it warm for now. Now we can go inside. Okay, now that we're back inside for now, we're gonna do some raw veggies, which will partially be for dipping, partially for snacking. I'm gonna start with a cucumber, and I'm slicing this kind of on a, is it a bias or a bisect? I can never remember. Probably bias. I think it's bias. I'm cutting it at an angle. So a lot of these are gonna be just veggies that I keep around pretty much all the time. Usually I peel carrots into the sink, but I've got hot eggplants in there right now. All right, our carrots, chop the ends off, and also at an angle so that you get nice things for dipping. And we're basically just gonna fill this plate up with things to munch. Got a few radishes. They look a little bit past their prime. That's okay. I kind of think that radishes are an absolute pain in the butt to like thin slice, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna throw some on the plate. I am trying to trim them up a little bit. We'll do some celery. We'll just do two little celeries. Speaking of tomatoes, we are gonna add some tomatoes. I have some of these little finger dudes. Give them a rinse. These are not San Marzano. They're like, the package says they're something Marzano, which I think is funny. But usually it's nice to have these. We'll go ahead and pop those onto our plate. I think that's probably good for raw veggies today. But we definitely want to eat more things. And I've got a variety of fun stuff. We could do a separate plate, but I have enough room on this plate to just add some more fun stuff. So from my jar of calamatas, go ahead and fill up that bowl because it's tasty. I do want to add some artichokes. These are marinated artichoke hearts, which I think will be nice. And I have other things too, but we're gonna run out of room, and honestly, we probably won't eat everything. So next up, I am going to cut up some feta cheese. So this will be kind of our protein for tonight. And this feta is, you can see it's like,
Dang.
it's kind of crumbly, and that's totally fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and cube it, and we'll put that onto our dish. It is dank. And this is 100,000% optional. But I think I'm gonna serve a tin of kippers with this meal. Kippers are a small fish. I think it's very similar to a sardine, but I don't know for sure. But I think that looks pretty good. All right, let's make the baba ganoush. So we've been letting this drip. It's hot, and we are gonna try to remove the skins. So you can either cut this in half and scoop everything out, or if you got a better way of doing it, just do it that way. That is very helpful. All that flesh should be super tender. And if you get a little bit of skin in there, it's not gonna do any harm. Might even taste good. There'll be a little bits of char in there. But yeah, basically at this point, we are just trying to scoop the insides from the skin. And my gosh, it's really squishy. Yuck! So I'm gonna do that for a while. So we'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Okay, so I'm a little bit of a dumbass, and I realized that it's way easier to just peel the skin from the eggplant. So just put it on a board and use a fork to peel it away. You see with these juices, you can drain some of those off, and we'll go ahead and dump them, because we like the word dump, into our blender. And you can see there's really not a crazy amount of flesh from these. So even with all that eggplant, we're not gonna have a crazy amount of baba ganoush. Now the other ingredients are very simple. Very simple. We'll add some garlic, like 2 cloves. If you want, and you don't like the taste of raw garlic, you could like smoke this up or cook it with the other veggies, but raw garlic's fine with me. So those can go right in. Gonna add some lemon juice. And I am going to start with the juice of 1 lemon. I think that'll be good. I like it a little lemony. And we are gonna add some tahini, sesame paste. And we will start with probably about a half cup of tahini. This is a 1/4 cup, but I'm gonna do it in 2 goes. Give it a quick glug of olive oil. Not much, because we can add more. And some salt, healthy amount of salt, which is maybe an unhealthy amount of salt. Where's the lid? Okay, and this we will blend. Okay, so I've blended at high to a thick consistency. It tastes really good, but it definitely needs more salt. So I'm gonna add some more salt, maybe another glug of olive oil, and blend it again. All right, so our baba looks great. And the only downside is now I gotta figure out how to get it out of this thing. It is very thick, just like the mother of your choosing. So we'll go and spoon it into a bowl. And this made a lot more baba than I thought it would, which is good. You never can have enough baba ganoush. My wife will be very happy. And I would say that it could be a little thicker. Ways of thickening it would be to remove more water from the eggplant, not adding the olive oil, but I'm happy with it. It's very hummus-like. And do a quick taste test, just to show you again how much I like it. It's really good. And the smoky flavor from the grill comes through. Now we can top this with some more olive oil, that would be traditional, but I want to make this even more over the top. I'm gonna fry some pine nuts and get a little bit of crunch. Once my clarified butter is melted, I'm gonna toss in some pine nuts, and we will briefly toast those in the butter. Basically just want to brown the outside of these. So that'll just take a quick minute. Show you what they look like when they're done. Okay, the pine nuts are toasted in the butter. I guess that's more like fried in the butter. Go ahead and dump them out on paper towels. And our goal is to get the excess off there. But if you don't get all the excess off, it's probably gonna still taste good. And you can take these and sprinkle them on your baba ganoush to be totally extra. Also, it's good on everything. We'll hit that baba ganoush with 1 more glug of olive oil to make it look more authentic. You literally just do a drizzle over the top, like so. And the last thing to do today is grill that pita. Oh, I also opened this tin of kippers. Okay, I'm gonna go grill the pita. The grill's super hot, so you might as well take advantage to heat up your pita. And I've got small pita here, specifically because it fits in my little tortilla warmer right here, which only says tortillas and arepas, but not pita. They never anticipated this. It's called a bold maneuver. That won't take long at all. The pitas are nice and warm. Got a couple grill marks on them. We'll go ahead, stack them up, put them in our warmer. The grill's done too. Yeah! Okay, let's try this baba with some warm pita off the grill. Damn, it's so good. This is way better than the last papa we made, I think. The smoke flavor comes through, nice and creamy. I'm just gonna eat a shitload of veggies with it. How great is that? Well, I hope you enjoyed this riff. I'm excited to eat this. I'm gonna feel really great because I'm just gonna eat a bunch of vegetables and that makes me feel good. And I hope that you get some inspiration from this. This is absolutely how I normally eat. Like if me and Courtney are gonna eat something, a lot of the times it's like, let's make a hummus meal and we'll chop some veggies. Or let's make a fish meal and chop some veggies. Probably should eat more fish and veggies. That's our show for today. That's how you do it. Hope you enjoyed. We'll be riffing more in the future. I only got a little bit of an injury this time. I only f***ed some things up. We'll see you next time. And Vinny's gotta go outside.